Good day, my beautiful listeners, my articulated listeners and viewers. Well, this is coming from Taju Tijani says Igboho in Fulani chains, provoking Yoruba to war. Monday night in Cotonou, Republic of Benin, will remain a dark chapter in the fight for a Yoruba homeland. The silence of the graveyard was so loud that all Yoruba heard it louder and clearer. Well, that night will either remain a memory or a day of grander aspiration for all Yoruba worldwide. That was the night the enemy got him. Sunday Igboho was caught in the autocratic fork of the most hated demagogue in the world. His kidnap was like a stab in the heart of millions of freedom-loving Yoruba who are now facing the ugly prospect of facing down the irrational autocracy of General Buhari by all means necessary. General Muhammadu Buhari has trampled the waveless form of our democracy by building bonfire of lies and wicked framing against Nigerians who are raising their voices against the terrorism he is unleashing against southern Nigerians. The pervasive effect of his authoritarian reflex and blind obduracy is exerting restraining voices to speak out by calling him out in the most unflattering and indelicate languages ever used for a sitting Nigerian leader. Today, General Muhammadu Buhari is variously perceived as a bigot, bully, stormtrooper, mad dog, autocrat, repressive, wicked, nepotistic, or sectionalist, tribalist, divisive figure. He is also, qualified as a stubborn ruler, clueless, anti-democrat, spiteful, illiterate, unfit, Islamic fundamentalist, jihadist, militaristic, shameless Fulani apologist, anti-Igbo, anti-Yoruba, anti-Benue, dangerous warmonger, one-realm thinker, lawless, backward, tyrant, and incompetent. Wow, these adjectives are much from this person. Well, I hope you are listening. Well, let's continue. Right in the middle of the 21st century, Nigerians are witnessing the rise of a muscular form of democracy from a leader who is daily retreating into a dangerous cave of dictatorship by his conduct and action by General Muhammadu Buhari, which has brought democracy to disrepute by grounding it in injustice. He has grounded it into injustice, repression, intolerance, and shame. Through his jaundice and narrow vision of nation building, we are witnessing a resurgence of military dictator, which is qualified as diktat, under the cover of democracy across Nigeria. Both Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho are debrewed from his distillery of nepotism and bad statesmanship. Sunday Igboho did not just crawl into our tribal consciousness just like that. What is unfolding speaks to the administration of General Muhammadu Buhari. He brought division into the polity through his stubborn and narrow spectrum Fulani hegemonic dream. He embodies and weaponizes the Fulani nationalism through his policies of nepotism, capture, dominion, and the narrative from Allah that Nigeria is the property of the Fulani. The Fulani have continued to pose a threat and present danger to Yoruba's social fabric, and getting our land back, though a matter of life and death, is nevertheless a future war we must fight. We remember the despoliation, savage killings, and kidnappings of Igboho to Igboho, Igbohora, Takpa, and Ayete was momentous history that would never go without making a stand. He made a civilized stand and rallied the Yoruba to a just cause. Of a truth, the Ibarapa local government area of Igboho is an unlikely place for the theater of tribal insurrection. Well, I would say it is an unlikely place to commence a trench warfare and also to decide once and for all who owns the land. This is a sleepy, rustic, and nondescript and peaceful Oyo town. However, small as the town may be, it harbors Seriki Saliu's cadre, his family, and a strong cohesion of Fulani jihadists who are ready to kill Yoruba in a stronghold of rapists, extortionists, kidnappers, killers, and land grabbers. Igboho as a latter-day savior came at the back of Igboho, and we televised his velvet revolution live as he sailed across our cities in carnival-like rallies. With his courage, disarming smile, simplicity, and humility, he was able to mobilize a large circle of trust and solidarity with his Yoruba tribe at a defining moment. And the defining moment is when his people faced genocide from armed Fulani herdsmen. He gave us an elevated understanding of the auguries that lay ahead if the activities of the Fulani invaders are not curtailed in southwestern Nigeria. He was able to contribute to a new social education through his seamless and peaceful awareness rallies that soon gained global respect, support, and cult following. On the other hand, General Buhari has been able to foist on Nigerians a bent democracy that suits his autocratic temper to defend Fulani sectarian interests, also curtail freedom, brutalize Nigerians, clamp down on protesters, and hunt down self-determination groups. His totalitarian impulse ferments in more oppression, tyranny, and irrational reactions to oppositional figures. He has drawn rule of law in his insidious journey of evil legacy of pain and punishment against cowed and traumatized Nigerians. In his bigoted and identitarian politics, he coddles armed Fulani herdsmen, murderous bandits, merciless kidnappers, and millions of northern terrorists while sending his Gestapo police to hunt, maim, and kill southern protesters and self-determination agitators like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho Oosha. With General Buhari, there is no swing away from the brutalizing pendulum of militaristic fetish behavior of fetishism. The Benion's kidnap of Sunday Igboho has brought Yoruba to a place of existential tribal panic. That motto of progress for a Yoruba homeland may have gone quiet, but we are standing shoulder to shoulder with Igboho as he battles to free himself from the evil folk of Daura monster. I have said it all. The other time I said the Yorubas are now, waking up, have woken up from their slumber. They are now ready to, hold the bull by the horn. Well, we are evolving more radical and determined to win our freedom from the evil unity with northern barbarians who have scant regard for human lives. According to Pr0v0k Adebanjo, he said that the Dauran tyrant has declared war on the Yoruba people by going after Sunday Igboho. Yoruba worldwide have now decided to crawl out from their insulated lives and defend the humanity of Igboho and his noble cause. The next few days pose a tough challenge for all Yoruba, and we must show unflinching loyalty, solidarity, and readiness to fight. And also, should a pain cinch Sunday Igboho, we all stand with Igboho Yoruba nation now. Well, according to what this article says, if anything happens to Sunday Igboho, the Yorubas are ready to fight the so-called Buhari. Well, let's see how it goes. Well, you can share your thoughts. Thanks for listening.